Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to this week's Monday Motivation. Just checking where my camera eye was, so I'm not looking at you like this. I'm actually looking at you like that. So this morning I thought I would create a Monday Motivation based on some research I've been doing in the last couple of weeks. Now I've got another event coming up soon, and I say soon, it's November, less than 4 weeks away. And as I was getting ready for this event and doing some research, not only for the event but also for a couple of speaking gigs that I've booked to do, I was looking at how we can make social media more motivational, how we can help it affect our weeks. I have heard loads of comments and spoken to friends and just heard a lot about the differences that social media can make to people. So if you've been worried over the last few weeks of the sorts of things that you've been seeing on social media, maybe you have struggled with some of the messages that come, or maybe you've even wished that it was a more uplifting place to be. Now, for some of you, your feeds are full of those sorts of things. So I actually thought, if you're going to come onto social media, hey, morning, Alan. If you're going to come onto social media, it's your time, and it could be this platform or any of the others out there, including, remember, YouTube and things like that as well. That if you're going to be giving your time to social media, why not do it in a way that's motivational to you? Now, I don't have a one-size-fits-all for this. So having really benefited from being both uplifted myself, and I hope being able to uplift other people as well, and sometimes getting it wrong, let's be clear here. I thought I would share a few insights. Now, as I've been kind of researching and looking into this, I've also been working with clients privately, and some of those clients are looking at being more visible, are looking at putting their stuff out there, and at the same time, they don't want to be part of the problem, they want to be part of a solution. So, what do you do if you want to participate and be motivated? Here are a few things that I kind of drew together from the most common things that I hear. So the first thing is this, and by the way, just out of curiosity, give me an out of 10 with 1 being really can't be doing with it and 10 being love it, love it, love it. On where you are on the social media scale. So if you love being on social media, it'll be kind of towards a 10, and if you really don't enjoy it so much these days or just don't enjoy it generally, then it'll be towards a 1. Very, very interested to know. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this back either on the replay or you're watching this live and you're like, I'm not going to post that publicly, by all means send me a message, send me a private message, and just say my scale on 1 to 10 is, just so that I can get an idea. So here are a couple of things that you can do. Yes, comme ci, comme ça, as our French friends say. So I'm looking at a 5, comme ci, comme ça. Okay, so the first thing to do, which is going to sound like I'm stating the obvious, but this is one of the things that I always start with, whether it's the vibe system, whether it's, about being more visible, whether it's about speaking, video, or whether about how you present your information or yourself generally. I always say start with the end in mind. Not my original saying, I didn't coin the term, but here's the best place to start. Think about how you want to use social media. First and foremost, whether you're a content creator or not, when you go onto social media and you want to use it, how do you want to use it? Do you want to use it to gain insights? Do you want to use it to gain inspiration, inspire others? Do you want it for education? Do you want it to keep in contact and stay in touch with your friends? Do you want it to catch up with people? Do you want it as a method of communication out there? How do you want to use it? This is important because this is something that for many of us, we go onto social media kind of by proxy, and we don't always think consciously about how we want to use it. Now, this could change from time to time, given that this weekend was World Mental Health Awareness Day. My hope and my dream is that people don't just use one day to talk about this or one day to look out for people's mental health. that they use it all the way through the year, all 365 days, and in certain years 366 days. My hope is that this has highlighted the awareness of this day, but it's done all the time. So for me, I like a little mixture of like education and inspiration, but I like a feel-good story. I like the sort of feel-good story that brings a tear to my eye. It's one of the things I love. I love things that make me laugh. So once you start to get clear on how you want to use social media, then go to the next step, which is step number 2, and then find those things that motivate or move you. So, you know, I was just giving some examples. I love funny videos. I like funny things, so it could be posts and things like that. So knowing that about me, knowing that I love a good news story, knowing that I love a bit of inspiration, either to inspire from myself or to receive inspiration, and I love insights as well. I also like a healthy debate. I really do like a healthy debate, and it's obviously a little bit more difficult to do that now. You know, that a lot of us are in kind of lockdown, or some of us are kind of isolated in different ways. But I do like a healthy debate. So I will look for spaces on social media where that can happen. And some social media platforms are more geared to doing this than others. And I'm not going to make them right, I'm not going to make them wrong. It's just different. So go to those places, find those things that move you, and watch more of those, contribute to more of those, do more of those. And you'll literally feel the shift as you do that. And if as you're scrolling, your attention catches something and it's not quite right, feel free to stop reading at any time and scroll on. If it's something that moves you, something that really inspires you, something that gives you an insight, whatever insights they are, share them in the comments. You know, this is what creates that healthy dialogue, that healthy debate as well. And yeah, so I'll leave that piece there, but that's what I would say. That's what I'd recommend. You know, get involved in those debates. You know, share things more. It's interesting that people have sometimes become afraid of, well, I daren't hit like, or I daren't hit anything on there just in case somebody's watching and looking at what I'm doing. But you know what? If you enjoy something and like something, you would do it in real life. You do it in face-to-face interactions. I'd say, hey, Alan, take a look at this. This has had me laughing for ages. And I would share it. I wouldn't just go, Alan, just throw something in his face. So when you're sharing stuff on social media, remember to let the person know why you're sharing it. I do occasionally get messages from like school friends or people I haven't seen for a long time that just send a video. And you're like, well, what is this video? Dare I click on it? You know, have they been hacked? Am I going to like it? Is it something for me to read? Is it for me? You know, all of that kind of good stuff. So do that. And then the third thing is, and this is one that many of the entrepreneurial people that I mix with, and some of which are clients as well, and something that, to be honest with you, I can struggle with at times, is celebrating the self. Now, there's two ways to look at this. It's worth celebrating yourself, and here's a quick way that you can proactively do this and purposefully do this week. We're on Monday now, so hopefully you're watching this back on Monday, and if not, you've got time to catch up. On Monday, be very, very intentional on, like, be super intentional on not only what you want to get done for the week, but what you want to be celebrating this week. What do you want to be motivated about this week? Is it motivated to do something, be something, have something? So be very, very intentional. If you've got goals, dreams, plans, ambitions, wishes, intentions, whatever you would prefer to call them, be very, very intentional as to what they are this week. And think forward. Think, well, by Friday or by the end of the week, I'd like to be celebrating myself for doing this thing. And then work backwards. So how can you put that into play on Monday? And then use Wednesday, halfway through the week, to give yourself like a sense check. How are you doing with that goal? Had a busy Monday, couldn't do anything else, able to make up for it on Tuesday? couldn't do anything else, that's fine. Don't use it as a beating up stick, but on the Wednesday, find out like whereabouts am I on this piece, and then proceed towards the weekend. Now, if you need some inspiration, one thing that I actually really do like social media for, and some people struggle with this, is being able to celebrate other people. So other wins, things that they've done. And with the London Marathon completed last week, you know, I'm in a London Marathon group where people are starting to get their medals. And I think my medal and my T-shirt, it's on its way to me today in London, and I'm not currently in London. So once I get that, I will definitely be celebrating myself. I will wear the T-shirt, have the medal on, and take a picture, and remember to celebrate and honour myself for that, because as Alan will be able to tell you as well on here, running a marathon is a journey. It's not just the journey of getting those miles in your legs, it's the journey of the mindset, the gremlins, the can I do this, the self-doubt, the overcoming doubt, the tenacity, the running in the rain and the snow, running when it's too hot, realising that you didn't eat enough before you ran, all sorts of different things, and it really does open up a lot about you. But I'm not the only person in the world to have done that, and there will be other things that you're working through, climbing on, and looking to do. And I'd be interested, as I've spoken about this morning, has anything come up for you that you think I really would like to do this week that you're willing to share? If you don't want to share it here, that's fine. There is the Visibility Vibes Tribe Facebook group, which is a very soft place to land, dare I say. You know, do share it in there, because you'll be met with over 800 people who would really kind of rally you on, who would support you, who would give you ideas if that's what you're requesting, and really kind of celebrate and share in your successes. So in terms of celebration, what do you want to celebrate yourself for at the end of the week? And also, what inspiration can you take from others? What things are other people doing that inspire you, that inspire you to do more of what you're doing? Who are those people? Stay close to them on social media and have a declutter of the others. You know, last weekend, just before the marathon, I had a bit of a declutter of some of the things that didn't serve me across some of the social media platforms. You know, maybe messages that I didn't really resonate with and things like that. And it's okay to do that as well. It frees up more space for you to do more, be more of who you are. And remember that if it's you that's putting out the positive messages, you that's putting out the inspiration, the insights and the shares, maybe you need to do more of that. You might not realise how people really cling to some of the stories that you tell, the antidotes that you share, the insights that you share. So if that's you and you're that person, put it out there even more, whether it's your business to do that or not. You know, we all could use a little bit of motivation throughout our weeks, and that's often why people come and look at what you're doing, or they look out for you. So don't go ghost on them, go out there, be seen and be heard and be visible. So that's it for this week. Hopefully helpful. I'd love to know what you're going to work towards in celebrating yourself this week. I'd love to know some of the things that you like right here. Hey Eunice, I would love to know how you use social media for good, because I really believe with everything it can be a force for good. And I'll leave or end by saying this thing. You know, in times where people could use a little kind of virtual hug, a bit of inspiration, why not be the person that is that inspiration for somebody else? Be seen, be heard, get visible. So check the events tab on this page if you want to know more about the event that's happening. It's a three-day hands-on workshop. All designed to help those of you who are busy business owners, freelancers or consultants to get your work out there in a big way. You might want to do that before the end of the year, or you might want to gear up and get ready to do it at the beginning of next year. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for those of you who share this video. It means everything to me. Thank you so much. Bye for now.